Hello and welcome to the Crochet Business School podcast. I'm your host, Kelly Thomas, and I'm going to help you to make your crochet dreams a reality stitch by stitch and show you how you can create a successful and profitable business using your crochet, keeping a flexible lifestyle so you don't have to sacrifice too much time with your family. How does making $250 before Christmas sound? If you're not used to making money with your crochet, if it's something you struggle with, but you really need and want to make that money before Christmas, both not only to make it a better Christmas for yourself, but to prove to yourself that your business is viable, then let's do it. Let's get that money coming in. So I've created a brand new course all about how you're going to get $250 before Christmas. And whether you're going to do this through Christmas markets, Christmas fairs, or you're sticking to selling online, I'm going to show you how to do it both ways. Both methods are included in the course and everything's in there that you're going to need. So, what are we going to cover? We're going to cover how you can set up stalls to catch people's eye, how to choose the right craft fair for you, how to use your stash so you don't have to buy more yarn, and included inside there is a list of 50 free patterns that you can use to create stock. And I've chosen these patterns because they are fairly quick or fairly easy. They are fairly small, so you can use stash yarn. And we're going to talk about how we deal with that kind of random colour combinations that come with using stash yarn rather than a planned coordinated stall like you maybe would usually do. But if we're going to maximise profits, we need to lower costs. And going with stash yarn, it lowers the costs because your biggest cost is going to be your yarn. So if looking at the online side, we're going to go on how to take pictures that makes your crochet get all the right attention, and utilising your social media and your newsletters so that you can draw up those sales, get that visibility, get that attention, and how you're going to step that up and make it work for you when maybe you haven't made it work before. It's all covered inside the course. And before it goes live, so it's there, you can buy it right now on early bird, but it won't go live just yet. So if you pre-order it, it's $37. Once it goes live, it's going to jump up to $67. So pre-ordering is going to save you a small fortune. You just got to wait for me to finish it up. So I've got all the lessons ready I've got them planned out. I just need to finish recording them all. So it's going to be videos, ebooks, worksheets. I don't want to make this overly complicated. It doesn't need to be. This can be really simple, and just making tweaks and little changes can go a long way when it comes to making your sales. Because selling your crochet is about getting your crochet visible and getting in front of the right people. So if you're interested in finding out more about this course, you can go to crochetbusinessschool.com/Xmas, so XMAS, and it's waiting for you there. But it's all about getting visible. It's all about getting in front of the right people, the right audience. And we're also going to cover that in the course as well. How do you know you're in front of the right people? And how to appeal to those who are going to pay the price that you need to get for your crochet. Because your crochet should not be bargain basement, ever. I absolutely believe that you should only get the price you deserve for your crochet. And that price is the price that you set. It's what you decide, not the customer. And one of the biggest issues for crocheters is setting prices and sticking to them. Because there's an awful lot of hagglers out there and people who deliberately knock your confidence and target your self-esteem to get you to drop your prices. Now, I saw a brilliant video from Crochet Crowd recently where Mikey was talking about how he'd gone to a craft fair. There was a crocheter selling. He didn't know this crocheter, saw them for the first time, was admiring their beautiful stall, thought the prices were fair, but there was a customer in front of him who was trying to tell this crocheter that their prices were too high and they would never sell at that price because that's ridiculous. But he worked it out in his head and said half of that price is just yarn and stuffing because it was a giant amigurumi, a giant plushie. And fortunately, the crocheter didn't budge on a price and this other customer wandered off. And he then said to the crocheter, stick to your prices. It's absolutely fair. Half of what that price is yarn and stuffing, and you deserve to get compensated for your skill and your time. And the crocheter kind of let out this sigh of relief, saying, thank you, I was really beginning to doubt myself. And this is what these people prey on. Because people who do this are not your target customer. They are not your ideal customer. They're looking for bargain basement prices. So even though anyone can buy your crochet, not everyone should buy it because simply out of their price range. And there is nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's like people walk into a Ferrari showroom and go, that's way too expensive. Who the hell buys those? And yet Ferrari never lower their prices because they know the right person will walk through their door. Anyone can buy, not everyone will buy. Not everyone who wants to buy will have the budget. And there is nothing wrong with that. That's just how business works. So, Crochet Crowd Mikey, he came back to that stall later, and the big giant plushie that the customer from earlier had been trying to haggle on had been sold. It had gone. And he asked the crocheter, did it sell for the price that you set? And with a big smile, yes, it did. She stuck to her prices and the right customer came along. And this is the thing about selling anything. If you are a one-person band, a small business, people think they can haggle you down. But that you don't walk into your local supermarket, get to the registers and go, I want to haggle that, please. It doesn't happen. You pay the prices, or you turn into one of those, I want to speak to the manager, please, and everyone hates them. There are certain places that you are going to get hagglers, but it doesn't mean that you have to lower prices. It's a big problem in the crochet world, but there's nothing wrong with you turning around and saying, no, I'm not dropping my prices for anyone. And you have to have that confidence, especially in-person events like craft fairs. Because you're doing things in person, you're more likely to get these hagglers. You're more likely to get these people who are trying to guilt you into dropping your prices simply because you are outside of their budget. Your prices are not your problem. It's a them problem. Their budget is their problem, not yours. You do not drop your prices. Your prices are yours to set, and only you can decide to drop them. And not because you're guilted into it, not because someone targets your confidence and your self-esteem, but because it's a business decision. Hard to do in practice, I know, and it takes practice to get used to this, but you absolutely have to stand your ground in pricing. And so there's a whole module inside the course, Make $250 Before Christmas, dedicated to this pricing problem, because this is what's going to impact your profits the most. Dropping your prices, apologizing for your prices, explaining your prices. You don't have to do any of it. But we'll walk through all of that inside it. So why have I called this $250 before Christmas? Well, $250 is an achievable target. And quite frankly, if you can make $250, you can make a lot more. It's the starting point. It's getting you off the ground. It's enough money that it's going to make a difference to your Christmas. And absolutely totally achievable. But we're going to walk through the entire thing. So I would love to see you inside. So the early bird price is $37. It goes up to $67 once it's released. And I'm anticipating that being mid-October and maybe a bit after. It just depends when I get the chance to record the videos, because these two, if you can see in the background if you're watching on YouTube, they're being a little bit noisy at the minute. So they're my two huskies. And they look like they're about to kick off with each other again. They're in very playful mood lately. But as soon as I can get a quiet period, I will be recording all the videos, and I'm already started with the ebooks. So I'm also including my ebook on crochet photos that sell, and my tips on selling out at the craft fair. That is also included as well. And they will all be in there along with lots of other goodies as well, because this is absolutely doable. Christmas is the biggest selling season of the year. People are looking for unique gifts. They're looking for gifts that their relatives, friends, family are going to absolutely adore. They want something different. And your crochet is that thing. But how you present it, how you come across is going to make a big effect on your sales. We're going to go through all of it so that you can sell your crochet with confidence, so you can set your prices with confidence and make that $250 with no issues because you've followed all the right steps. Now, that doesn't mean you're doing it wrong now. Chances are you're very, very close to cracking this. But often we just need some tweaks. We just need a few new ideas and just tweak our current business strategy, because a strategy is just a plan. It's just the steps that you take to bring those sales in. And that strategy is what makes things work. So we're going to go through the strategy of how to show up, how to show off your crochet so it gets the right kind of attention, how to set your prices so then that you make the profit that you need, and how we do that both online and in person. So if you want to know more, go to crochetbusinessschool.com/Xmas, XMAS, and you're going to find all the details there and get in on that early bird price before it goes up to full price. So if you want to know why I'm doing early bird, it's because you're agreeing to wait for me to get this finished and putting your trust in me that I'm going to. So if you pre-order, you get the lower price, but even if you wait until it goes live, you're still getting a great deal because there is so much in there and you can use it beyond Christmas. This is not, although there are some Christmas specific elements in there, you can tweak a lot of this so you can keep doing it for the rest of the year. So go take a look. And if you have any questions, please do let me know either in the comments if you're on YouTube, or email me at hello@crochetbusinessschool.com and let me know what your questions are and I will get back to you. So crochetbusinessschool.com/Xmas and get in on that early bird price now, and let's make your Christmas absolutely fabulous one powered by your crochet. So thank you for listening. I can't wait to see you inside the course and see what you make with your crochet, and I would love to hear what your profits are from this year. So thank you for listening, and I shall see you next time for the next episode. Bye for now.